Yo, welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Breathe Hoops with your boy, Nikki P. Thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in once again, man. We're going to dive right into it. Y'all saw the thumbnail. We're getting into the greatest dime droppers of all time. And I don't mean a stack of coins. But yeah, let's dive into it. You know, passing is one of the purest, most beautiful skills in basketball. Points get the highlight reel. Dunks make the crowd roar. But without an elite passer setting the table, those moments don't even happen. Great passers see the game before it happens. They're artists painting in real time. This isn't just about tossing the ball to a teammate. It's about threading needles through defenses, through tight windows, disguising intentions, and elevating everyone around them. Today, we're breaking down the top 5 best passers of all time, counting down from 5 to 1, and then we'll give some props. I've been hearing y'all, man, so we're going to start giving some props to some honorable mention cats that arguably have their own case to be in the top 5. You know, they may be on the top 5 in other people's lists, but, you know, just want to give them their respect for how great they were, you know, even if they ain't in my top 5 list. And then we'll, you know, get the discussion going. Let's get into these cats that mastered the art of dime dropping. Number 5, he's still playing in the league, Nikola Jokic. When you think of all-time great passers, your mind probably jumps to guards, or point guards specifically. But Nikola Jokic, he's rewritten the book on what a big man can do. When we talk about court vision, Jokic sees the floor like a point guard trapped in a 7-foot body frame. His head is always on the swivel, scanning, reading, and predicting. When it comes to passing angles, from the elbow, from the top of the key, from the post, he's lethal with it. He doesn't just wait for cutters, he creates them with his eyes, faking one direction to pull defenders, then dropping a dime in another. When it comes to touch and accuracy, his passes aren't just hard or soft, they're perfect, with the perfect touch on them. A cutter receives the ball exactly in stride right where it needs to be, similar to a quarterback putting the ball right on the receiver's chest. A shooter gets it at chest level with a perfect spin, ready to catch and shoot. And he has the flash factor. He's got flair when he's dropping dimes. Behind the back feeds, one-handed baseball passes down court, no-look dishes. He plays like someone who's bored with the easy pass. Jokic's passing forces teams to guard Denver differently. It has a different type of impact on the game. You can't double him without giving up a layup, and you can't sag off him because he'll pick you apart, and he got a jumper. So it basically comes down to pick your poison. He's the only center in NBA history who can average triple-double numbers without forcing the offense. Every assist feels like a masterclass in geometry. Diving into number 4, that boy Steve Nash. Even though, you know, I got my own take on why he doesn't really deserve 2 MVPs. I'm going to have a who deserves more and who deserves less MVP kind of video coming out later. Stay tuned, but let's get back into these dime droppers. Steve Nash coming in at number 4. If Jokic is the big man magician, Nash was the little man surgeon. Precision, man, he had that to the T. Nash's passes were scalpel accurate. He knew the exact moment to deliver, not a second too soon or too late. His timing and tempo, he controlled the pace of the game like a conductor leading the orchestra. He could push fast breaks or slow it down and slice you apart in the half court if the game, you know, slowed down and transition stopped. His creativity was bar none. Nash loved using the dribble to probe. He'd dribble under the basket, keep his dribble alive, and suddenly whip a pass back over his shoulder to a trailing big or out to a wide open wingman for 3. His 2-man game when it came to the pick and roll, especially with Amari Stoudemire, was poetry in motion, threading bounce passes through traffic that seemed impossible for Amari to go posterize a defender. His vision was top tier. He saw openings most players never even imagined. Cross-court skips through a forest of arms and trees, or threading it between 2 defenders at full speed off a bounce. It was undeniable how great a passer that man was. Nash didn't just pass to assist, he passed to destroy defenses. Every pass was an attack on your structure. Diving into number 3, that boy Jason Kidd. I know y'all remember him. J. Kidd didn't just pass, he ran the game. His all-around playmaking was one of the best ever. Kidd was one of the best rebounding guards to ever lace him up, which meant he often started the fast break by himself. 1 rebound, 2 dribbles, and a full court laser to a streaking teammate for a dunk, wide open layup, or triple. Goodness, J. Kidd was ridiculous with that rock out there threading the needle. His fast break genius was possibly the best ever, up there with the likes of some other cats that's on this list. No one weaponized the break like J. Kidd. His outlet passes could hit a man in stride 70 feet away. He was definitely quarterbacking out there. And his unselfishness, Kidd's passes weren't about flash's sake. They were about making the right play every time, and it just happened to be flashy. He had deception and led with deception. He was a master at using his body to shield the ball and deliver no-look passes. Defenders had no idea where it was going until it was already gone. And his half-court control. J. Kidd orchestrated half-court sets like a quarterback, moving defenders with his eyes and delivering pinpoint feeds, whether it was chest passes, bounce passes, or throwing lobs up to cats like Kmart and the likes. Kidd didn't just get you open shots, he got you the best shot almost every single time. Getting into number 2, Pistol Pete Maravich. If passing had a rock star, it was Pistol Pete. He had a flair for the dramatic. Pete was the originator of passes we now take for granted. The no look, the behind the back, the between the legs bounce. He was doing it in the 70s before anyone dared try stuff like that. His unpredictability was top tier. You never knew if Pete was about to shoot, dribble between his legs twice, or sling a hook pass across court with his left hand. One-handed whips, he could snap a pass 30 feet with either hand. No wind-up, just a flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. His crowd impact was, man, you talk about captivating the crowd like a superstar performer out there performing one of his biggest hits. Pete's passing was just functional. It was entertainment. He made fans lean forward in their seats because something crazy might happen at any second. And he instilled confidence in his teammates like no other. Guys knew if they cut, they'd get the rock, and probably in a way that made them look cooler, and probably in a way that enhanced their stats and made them get easy looks. Pistol Pete Maravich made passing fun in an era where it wasn't always celebrated. And last but not least, getting into that number 1 spot, shout out to Ludacris, is number 1, Magic Johnson. Magic Irvin Johnson, or Irvin Magic Johnson, however you want to say it. Y'all know who it is. Magic isn't just the best passer ever. He's the embodiment of passing greatness. His size and versatility, at 6'9", he could see over defenses like a big man, but handle like a guard. That gave him sight lines most players would never get at the point guard position. He met creativity with efficiency. Magic could hit you with a no-look, a bounce through traffic, or a lob over the top, all while making it the highest percentage play and the most efficient play for that possession. He was the fast break king. Let's call it what it is, you know what I'm saying? Showtime Lakers were built on Magic's transition wizardry. 1 rebound and he'd be gone, pushing the break and dropping dimes that made you wonder if he had eyes in the back of his head or on the side of his head. Personality and passing, Magic's passes had charisma. They weren't just deliveries, they were statements. I see you, I trust you, let's make the crowd lose their minds. And he had a winning impact. Passing is about trust, and Magic made every single Laker feel like a star out there. He didn't just pile assists, he created a culture of unselfishness that won 5 of them things. Magic Johnson is the gold standard, and that's why he has so many gold rings to put on that hand. Anyone aspiring to be a great passer has to study the man, and that is why he's number 1 on this list. And now let's dive into some honorable mentions real quick. I got a few cats on the honorable mentions list, and let's get right into it. They didn't quite crack my top 5, but let me know what y'all think. Let's get into it. The Big O, Oscar Robertson, first player to ever average a triple-double for a season. Smooth, under control, and fundamentally perfect in his passing. Master of feeding cutters and bigs inside, especially Kareem when they won a championship out there in Milwaukee. Shout out to the Big O. I got Chris Paul on this honorable mentions list too. You know, one of the best PGs to ever do it. Surgical with the pick and roll, laser pinpoint passes, and one of the best lob passers to ever lace him up for sure. He was relentless in finding the best scoring option. Next up, John Stockton, NBA's all-time assist leader. If he ain't top 5, he definitely got to be honorable mention. absolute master of the simple, effective pass. No flash, just find Karl Malone and Hornacek and Byron Russell and some of them other cats out there. Just find a great shot for everybody. Bob Cousy on this list, man, the original flashy player of the NBA. You know, was also doing a little bit of that behind the back and creative ball delivery in the mainstream. A lot with the dribble too on his part, especially back during that 50s, back when he played. And KJ Kevin Johnson, the mayor of Sacramento right now. Just go look him up, man. He was an absolute beast and known for his quickness and ability to penetrate. During his career, he was often one of the top 3 to 5 leading assist guys in the league, almost year in and year out. Great at passing on the move. Consistently fed his bigs and his shooters in Phoenix out there during his years with Charles Barkley and the crew. And LeBron James also makes this list, last but not least on this honorable mention section. Definitely one of the best passing power forwards to ever do it. He sees the floor like a point guard, and he's elite in transition. He has a little bit of a turnover problem, but, you know, that's why he didn't crack my top 5. But, you know, he's definitely on the honorable mentions list, and I think he has the most assists all time just from playing over 20-plus years. So, you know, that instantly catapults you into a certain level. He wasn't quite as flashy as some of these other guys, but nonetheless, LBJ makes that honorable mentions list as one of the greatest passers to do it. And in closing, passing is more than just racking up assists. It's the heartbeat of team basketball. Every player on this list turned passing into an art form. From Jokic's high post wizardry to Nash's surgical precision, J.K.'s orchestration, Pistol Pete's showmanship, and Magic's all-around brilliance, these legends remind us that one of the most beautiful plays in basketball is when one player makes another better. Passing is about trust, vision, timing, and creativity. And the names we've covered today were the absolute masters of that craft. And with that said, what y'all think, man? What y'all think about the top 5? You think anybody else missing off this honorable mentions list? You think somebody from the list needs to be in the top 5? You think somebody in that top 5 list needs to come out the list? Let me know. Let's talk about it. Holla at me. Dive into that comment section. Like it. Share it with your hoop head friends. Y'all know what it is. We eat, sleep, breathe hoops out here. Until the next one, continue rocking with me. I'm going to keep churning these joints out. Share it, comment, all that good stuff. And until then, peace.